Yeah.
And then after departure,
Yeah, we're ready to open now.
yeah, have it.
Just let one be seated first and then we start.
Do you want the curtains closed or is it like that?
Sit again?
Do you want the curtains closed?
No, no, leave it there. Down. Yeah, I see him there. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. हरिः ओम् शान्तकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dear devotees, we welcome you all. And this difficult moment, everyone sitting over here, it's such a, I would say, a pleasure to see everyone over here contributing toward the family. Because this is a moment where we know who are the real person contributing toward us. Right? I'm not going to be too long with the opening. All right, now I'm going to request, there's a bhajan which is going, we're going to start the bhajan. Yeah.
As your environment grows in complexity,
this beautiful selection. It talks about a bird that is trapped in a cage. And no one knows the pain and sufferings that this bird undergoes.
If you could introduce
From
Shirley,
outside, the bird appears to be very happy
the person who was
and silent.
Oh,
But inside, the
Yeah.
bird weeps bitterly. And the song explains the definition of life. The cage represents the life of this world that we are trapped in.
Shirley Ali. Introduce her and she will introduce this one.
And the song tells
So
us
just introduce her after.
okay. Dear devotees, I would like to ask Auntie Shirley early to come by here, and she's going to deliver the
That song is called The Definition of Life. That was a tribute from Ricky parents for us to contemplate what's the definition of life. What is life all about? Because life is so fragile. My name is Shirley Ali. I'm Ricky's auntie and confidant. And on behalf of my dear family, Mr. and Mrs. G1 Rooney Dean, I would like to welcome you all today to the celebration of Ricky life. Ricky was their only child, Devanand Ricky Dean, and he has entered into rest. Devanand means the joy of the gods. The gods have taken back their joy today. Thank you for taking time out to be with us today. Thank you to Pandit Kailash. A special appreciation and thanks to all Ricky beloved friends and relatives joining us today from the UK and abroad on the World Wide Web, from Trinidad, the Deans, the Rupnarines, the Gopis, the Ramjons, from Mauritius, the Nonkus, and those of you in the US and Canada, and some of us made a special effort to fly in today. Thank you very much. C.S. Lewis said, "There are far, far better things ahead than anything we leave behind." With these words, we will contemplate the song that we just heard. And we will now listen to our beloved Deborah with a eulogy for Ricky.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Uncle James and Auntie Shirley, I thank you all for attending this service, in which we will regrettably bid farewell to our beloved Devanand, lovingly known as Davo by his mother, as well as Ricky by many, or Rickstar, as I used to call him. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Debbie, and I, like many others in the congregation today, grew up with Davo like cousins. I have been bestowed the honour and the privilege to share with you, in the words of his parents, Ricky's life, his story, and his achievements. I will hopefully touch upon his contribution to your lives and the lives of others in so doing. Ricky was the beloved grandson of the late Mr. and Mrs. Dean Maliar, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Rupnarayan Jangai. He was the nephew of Alan Ramdio Dean, Krishnadath, Anand Anthony Dean, Jairaj Jenny Dean, Jasundra Sita Rupnarayan, Cassie Rupnarayan, Nandi Sildas, Kumari Gumti Dean, Leela Musa, Tara Rupia Rupnarayan, the late Dolly Rupnarayan, and the late Esther Dean. Ricky was also the cousin of Ranira, Raylene, Mahendra, Kamini, Dale, Adrian, Vindira, Rajiv, Ishwar, Vimal, Vinay, Varun, Vijay, and Amrita. Suffice to say, Ricky came from a large and very loving family. We've named but a few. Ricky was the father of the late Rebecca Dean, who tragically passed away aged 6 months in August of 2006. Ricky was the fiancé of Vidisha Nunku, to whom he was due to be married this month. Vidisha is in attendance from Mauritius via video link with her mother, her father, and her brother Rikesh. On behalf of the entire congregation gathered here today, our hearts, love and prayers extend to you, Vidisha, and to your family. Ricky was born on the 16th of January 1981 at the Hospital for Mothers and Babies in Woolwich. He was a devoted and treasured son to his mother, Rooney, who we know as Shirley, and his father, Juan, who we know as James. Ricky first lived in Greenwich, then moved to Grove Road at 4 years of age. He attended Bedenwell Primary School from 1986 to 1992, where he educated his teachers as to what roti, baigan, bhaji, and aloo was, much to Auntie Shirley's delight. Ricky then proceeded to Era Secondary School between 1992 and 1999, where he attained 10 GCSEs and 3 A-levels. Between 1999 and 2001, Ricky read computer science at the University of Greenwich, from which he graduated. Ever eager to enhance his skills and forge out a career in helping others, Ricky enrolled at the British School of Osteopathy, where he obtained a Bachelor of Arts with honours and then proceeded to obtain his master's degree. He ultimately qualified as a certified osteopath in 2013 and worked in that field for 5 years. The pandemic shortened his practice in osteopathy, so Ricky turned his hand to property restoration, both commercial and domestic, which was his trade, until he left us on the 15th of October of this year. Auntie Shirley and Uncle James left their homeland of Trinidad and Tobago in 1973. Like much of the congregation here today, they took the courageous decision to leave their parents and their siblings in order to forge out a new life in the UK and provide the best of opportunities for their son. Having done so, Shirley and James sought out fellow compatriots to recreate the loving West Indian lifestyle by way of extended family in the form of the Allies, the Suraj Ballis, the Ganeses, the Hunts, the Manus, and the Johanssons, to name but a few. We grew up in each other's houses, like cousins, with aunties and uncles who were just as entitled as our parents to meter out licks if we misbehaved. There are many of us here today blessed with precious childhood memories of weekends spent at each other's homes whilst our parents worked or partied, which they did do in equal measure. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, our village that we were blessed with was vast, loving, supportive, and so very treasured. There were some large personalities within our cousin group, naming no names, but Ricky was not one of them. If I had to use one word to describe Ricky, it would be the word blend. He would blend into any given situation, quietly yet astutely observing all. Ricky was more inclined to converse one-to-one, as opposed to having to be the centre of attention. But when Ricky laughed, he lit up the room. It is a testament to his parents, how caring, loving, kind Ricky was, and what a generous soul he was. His devotion to his parents was something to aspire to. His love for his fiancée was something to be revered. Though small in stature, Ricky's spirit was beyond measure. Ricky, the compassion, love, and empathy that you showed to me when I needed it most will never be forgotten. You repeatedly relayed to me the words, "Those that know better, do better," along with, "If in doubt, do nothing." And those mantras will stay with me forevermore. Whilst we do not want to, and we did not expect to have to say goodbye to Ricky so soon, we must do so today. With all of the earnestness at my command, I hope that we can all focus on the fact that we were blessed to have Ricky in our lives for the time that we did. So goodbye, Devanand. Goodbye, Ricky. Goodbye, Rick Starr. You will forever live on in each and every one of us.
Slight deviation we had from the program because we have a new pundit. Our pundit had an emergency. Just to let you all know, we haven't lost our marbles. The next song is a song dedicated for Ricky by his relatives in Trinidad, his younger cousins. And we want you to remember Ricky in your own way, your own thoughts, and reflect on how you knew and loved him. The song is called "Look for Me in Rainbows" by Vicki Brown.
Time for me to go now. I won't say Just look for me and love me, and I'll be close to you. It won't be forever. The day will come, and then my loving arms will hold you when we meet again. Time for us to part now. We won't say goodbye. Look for me in rainbows shining in the sky. Every waking moment and all your whole life through. Just look for me and love me as you know I loved you. Just wish me to be near, and I'll be there with you.
We have a slideshow now showing Ricky's lifespan from the cradle, well, to the cremation, I should say, because we don't have a burial. So please reflect. There are lots of you in the pictures at the good times we had during his lifetime. And then we will follow that with another tribute from his relatives in Trinidad.
Time for me to go now. I won't say goodbye. Look for me in rainbows way up in the sky. In the morning sunrise, when all the world is new. Just look for me and love me as you know I loved you. Time for me to leave you. I won't say goodbye. Look for me in rainbows high up in the sky. us to part now. We won't say goodbye. Look for me in rainbows shining in the sky. Every waking moment and all your whole life through. Just look for me and love me as you know I loved you. Just wish me to be near, and I'll be there with you.
This poem was requested by Ricky relatives in Trinidad, and you know the majority of our relatives are in Trinidad. I dare say we present here today would share the same sentiments. Dearest beloved Ricky, we weren't prepared for you to go. You were too full of life to be taken away from us so soon. How much we'll miss your smile and your laughter in our ears. Your absence left a hole in us, and we're filling it with our tears. You taught us how to be the best, to in the moment lived, to never hold a grudge for long, loyal, steadfast friendship to give. Your presence was a light and joy we never realized someday soon would end. Just like a brilliant falling star that curved round heaven's bend. Though we cannot understand the reason why God took you now, we'll do our best to accept this loss and plod and carry on somehow. Rick, we can't bear to say goodbye, but you wouldn't want us mourning in distress. So we will smile through falling tears, counting our time with you very blessed. We will remember you forever and always. For you, Ricky, our hearts will always have room. We all love you, this you know. You have left us here on earth, but we know you are with your daughter, your grandparents, the aunties and the uncles. You can't get away from them, looking over us. Rest in peace, precious Ricky. Now, for the last trying 3.5 weeks, my cousin gave me a load of stuff that his son sent to him. So this is a tribute from Ricky to his parents. First to his dad, my beloved cousin James. There must be a time when you were an ordinary guy. But when you became my dad, you became my teacher, my protector, and the person I look up to the most. To me, you became a hero, my hero. Memories made with you, Dad, are the special ones in my heart and your heart and mind. This is a letter from heaven by Alina Hakala Meadows, dedicated to Mom, Mother, from her Devo. When tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not there to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes filled with tears for me, I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today, while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me as much as I love you. And each time you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. When tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're apart. For every time you think of me, I am right there in your heart. He will be in your heart, Mother, your Devo, and he'll be in all our hearts. My dear nephew, Aaron and I will miss you to the moon and back.
It's very touching, sorry. So, dear devotees, we all sitting over here with a great sadness in this crematorium, witness the Lord's ride and the final journey of Ricky. In this situation, just like it says, it's only the dear ones and the loved ones that knows him right inside out better than me. Just like I said, for me, if I see so many people sitting over here, right, Ricky, he must have been a good soul, honestly saying. Just like I said, the soul never dies. Right, the soul never dies. It's always stay around. Right, all the puja, all the rituals that we have been doing for the last couple of days, I've been doing Ramayana, all the verses, all the parts that we have been doing, right, is just to release that soul to the abroad, right? We always say that this body is a sort of vehicle. That's the only thing that we need. That's why always, wherever I'll go for prayer, this is why I always keep saying to people, where do we need to keep love? Right? It's not only here. It should always be on the tip of our tongue. That's why I'm saying Ricky was a very good soul. If you see so many people around here, he has always been here, always present for everyone, always caring for everyone. Right? In one of the chapter in the Bhagavad Gita, where it says over here, Vasami nirjani yavaya navani gnanani naruparani taksha tardanini veva dirjanini anyani sanmyarti na vyatidehi, which says that the way we get rid of our old garment, old clothes, is the same way that now it's time, right, to change the body as well. Just like I said, the body is just a mean, it's just a vehicle. But the soul inside, it's keep traveling. It's keep traveling. This is where Lord Krishna explained to Arjun that attachment is a last bit which we have to break. But we have to break it in such a way that the soul, when it is released, the soul has got nothing to look back. That's the main thing. Just like I'm going to repeat it, right? We have to break that attachment in such a way that when the soul is released, the soul has got nothing to look back. This is a time when we all have to reflect on the good qualities of Ricky. All the good qualities, right? He has done his duty, and whatever is left is that legacy. Right? And that we have to take it forward. All we have to do is through our action. All we have to do is through our action. He will always be proud, right? When sitting up there with his ancestors, with his uncle, granddad, grandma, everyone looking down, he will be proud of you. Surely he's going to be very proud, like seeing so many people over here around, right? What we ask now, we ask just like when we say death is until death is a continuity of that journey. It's not just stop over here. Our body is made of that 5 elements, and we are going back to that 5 elements. When it's time to leave the body, right, we can see that Rick is going. We came empty-handed, and we are going back empty-handed. What is going with us is only our good qualities and whatever we have done in our life. Only all those things goes with us. And the rest, we leave everything over here, which make us to think about it. We should always leave our ego, our anger behind. Today, we are here looking after Ricky making his last journey. We are helping him to make that last journey. We pray his path is full of flowers. I'm going to sing a small bhajan. रामा चलन चितलाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का रामा चलन चितलाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का ये जीवन है जंगल की लकड़ी जंगल की लकड़ी जंगल की लकड़ी ये जीवन है जंगल की लकड़ी जंगल की लकड़ी जंगल की लकड़ी आग लगे गल जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का आग लगे गल जाना आग लगे जल जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का ये जीवन है माटी का पुतला माटी का पुतला माटी का पुतला ये जीवन है माटी का पुतला माटी का पुतला माटी का पुतला पानी लगे गल जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का पानी लगे गल जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का रामा चलन चितलाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का रामा चलन चितलाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का ये जीवन है कागज का टुकड़ा कागज का टुकड़ा कागज का टुकड़ा ये जीवन है कागज का टुकड़ा कागज का टुकड़ा कागज का टुकड़ा हवा लगे उड़ जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का हवा लगे उड़ जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का रामा चलन चितलाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का It says Rama Chalan Chitalana Kabhi na bhulana ye jivan 2 din ka, which says we got the life only once, right? Jivan 2 din ka, only for 2 days. We are born and then we are dead after that. That's why we got B, C and D. B is our birth, D our death, and the C is choice. Choice is always ours. If you want to do good or we want to do bad. It says, Rama Chalan Chitalana Kabhi na bhulana ye jivan 2 din ka. This life is only for 2 days. 2 din ka, ye jivan hai jungle ki lakri. Right? This life is like a wood in the forest. Right? Aag lage jal jana. Once you got fire, jal jana, right? Once got burned, it goes to ashes. आग लगे जल जाना कभी न भुलाना ये जीवन 2 दिन का. So any time our life can destroy. So that's why it always says to you, always take the name of God, always do good thing. ये जीवन है माटी का पुतला, which means our body is made, just like I said, with a soil. Mati ka putla. Mati means soil. Putla means puppet. Right? Our body is made of that. It says, Pani lage gal jana. Once you get water in that, it will blow away everything. All the earth. That's why when we talk about the 5 elements, what are the 5 elements? Earth, air, water, fire, and sky. We already done 2 things over here. We already done fire. It's going to be in fire now, but earlier when we were doing the round and we touched, all right, we did that one, right? And now it's going to mix up with earth, with the air, with water after a week when we are going to immerse all the ashes. And again over here it says, ये जीवन है कागज का टुकड़ा. Just like a piece of paper. Our life is like a piece of paper. Anytime the wind can blow us away. And now I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. You got any bhajan?
We will ask the parents to come and first of all set a close.
Yeah, so we are going to ask them. Right, everyone hold your hand, right? We are going to pray for Ricky. We are going to do the Gayatri Mantra. So everyone is going to repeat with me. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyoyo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyoyo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyoyo Naha Prachodayat. Everyone repeat with me. Say Om Anadhini Dhanodeva Shankachakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. This which means that the soul, right, the preta, now that soul towards the path of liberation, of salvation. Is that bhajan? Yeah.
और जाए भी अकेला. In similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव
Now I'm going to request Mom and Dad. So everyone chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Nama Om, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Nama Om, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Nama Om. Okay, that's to close the curtain now. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, everyone. I think that is the way out. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attendance. Service is coming to a close. If you care to follow me outside, where you'll probably be able to catch up with the family. Thank you very much. Yes, and also there will be refreshments at the house that you're all welcome to join afterwards as well. If you need any details, please come and see me for the address. Thank you very much.
Bob.